Okay, we are live now.
Okay.
Hello, good evening. Good evening from here. My name is Paul, and you're welcome to the Opinion Sharers. With me tonight is Itunu Akorede. But before we go straight to the talk, let's first of all share the link. So if you have a phone there, please do go straight to Opinion Sharers and share the link, please. So I'm going to do the same thing from
Opinion
here.
share on Facebook, right?
Yes. I'm going to do the same thing now. I'm just scrolling to the page to go look for opinion sharers.
Okay.
So please, as you're joining us, do share the page, do share the link. This is what we are discussing today. And I have a very knowledgeable person who's going to be doing justice to the topic.
Oh,
Now I can't find the link here. Let me use my laptop then. Facebook can be funny sometimes when you don't share.
Yeah.
When you don't share it very well, you just find out that it's not going through. I still can't see the link, Seth.
I found it. I found it.
You found it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I found it now. Okay, please do share this link if you can see this. I am trying to do the same thing, and then we go straight to the discussion. Itunu,
Just
I think you should just take a few minutes to introduce yourself. I'm sure there are many people on this platform who may not know you.
okay.
So please do introduce yourself.
Yeah. So I am Oluwatumininu Itunu Akorede. I am I'm a lover of people, always speaking for people, the downtrodden. I am an employee, I'm a banker, and at the same time, a research student in one of the United States universities. And I'm happy to be here with you guys today. Thank you, Paul.
Okay, thank you. You are very much welcome to the Opinion Sharers.
Thank you.
So, just as the team suggests, we are going to be discussing Nigeria.
Okay.
So there are a part of it that we are going to be discussing, especially as it regards to what is happening currently in our country.
Yeah.
So the NSAS protest is no longer news to anyone. I think nearly everybody in the world who uses social media, must have heard one or two things about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to just give us a review of that protest. That protest that is before the night of the shooting.
Okay. Let me just do this. It's been my last visit to Nigeria was in June of last year, and but like I do tell people, my body is in the United States, but my spirit, soul, and system is back in Africa. That's where I belong. You know, Nigeria is a beautiful place to be loved from afar. Does say one of my friends. Somewhere beautiful to be loved from afar. Until when you are a Nigerian, there are people living in Nigeria that are not Nigerians. Until when you are a Nigerian, you don't actually understand that a lot of things happening in our homeland is I'll say is an insult, an eyesore, an embarrassment to the black world, to the black race. The NSAS seem to be the chorus, seem to be the song on the lip of everyone. But it's just an abnormality in a system let me say in the 21st century country. You understand when you go to your homeland, go to your country, and you prefer to be stopped by armed robbers, by kidnappers, than by the police. You see that, right?
Yeah.
You prefer to be stopped. But if you go home now and this person is not an assassin, what a robber does, what a thief does is to steal your money, collect your car, collect your belts, your jewelries, and go. Right?
Yeah.
That's what a thief does. A kidnapper kidnaps you for ransom. Right?
Yeah.
But what does the police do? The mere fact that you stand 6 feet 5 inches tall, you are a threat to the police. The mere fact that you have some blings on you, that you look clean, sharp, you are a threat to the police. The fact that you have iPhone 7, iPhone 5, iPhone 8, iPhone 10, iPhone 12, you are a threat, you are a criminal. The fact that you have tattoos on your bodies, on your hand, on your wrist, on your chest, on your face, the fact that you do that, you are a threat to the police. And it's so sad that it degenerated from not just robbing people, degenerated from not just the police robbing citizens that they are meant, innocent citizens that they are meant to protect. It went so far to killing people. It went so far that there were allegations of some SAS officials in the East selling human parts. The allegations of SAS. I hate using the word SAS. It's not just SAS. It's the police. Let's use the word police. Right? It's not just SAS. SAS is just less than 10% of the entire police force. Criminal activities. You find it everywhere in the system. Now we're talking about the NSAS, is the police now. So I will limit my voice on police. You look at someone dressing like I'm just dressed, wearing an Adidas top, wearing a white shirt, on the highway with a tinted ear, painted maybe red, white, with earring and carrying a rifle. What does that suggest to you, sir? This is an highway robber. Then they stop you.
Well,
then they say, we are men of the special anti-robbery squad. Then why are you dressed like this? Why do you appear like this? They say we are undercover. What nonsense is undercover? What is the DSS for? What is the CID for? Why should police anti-robbery squad be dressed like gangsters on Nigerian highways? Then they don't do the highways anymore. They now go to markets. If I'm dating your sister and I break up with your sister, you go to SAS and report because you have a police guy that works there. Then you go and report me that this guy broke up with my sister. Then the senseless officer too will come with you to arrest me. So what is it? I owe you money. Then you go and report to SAS and SAS will come with you. They went so far from their line of duties. Then they became national disaster, national embarrassment, threat to sane society. So people felt so frustrated. You know, the cry about NSAS has been more than 5 years. We just come around, we rub it, and we go back home. But this time around, you know, sometimes when history is to be made, something little triggers it. Bang. And people come up. Look at these boys. They are not children. These are younger brothers. Run town, files the bad guy, and they do. I know what these younger chaps. They just went on. Okay, let's do this. I'm pretty sure, because Far said they weren't even expecting the number of people that came out. He said it on live IG he said they weren't even expecting the number of people that came through. But history was to be made at that point. Then I'll get to this also. Then the IG, a typical policeman, proscribed the SARS group, banned it, and the next day he announced SWAT. There is something called citizens engagement. Then I asked, who did you consult? No, we have gone, since we know that there is paucity of ideologies in the Nigerian system, we'll be giving them ideas as public administrators. We'll be helping them if they want to listen. So now you banned SARS yesterday, and in less than 28 or 48 hours, you announced SWAT. Who did you consult? What section of the society did you consult before you brought up SWAT? Is that what is needed? There should be a process of reconciliation first. Let the the mobile police force keep doing the regular job. Send back the SARS guys to the police stations and then wear their black dress neat. You understand? So you came up, and that also triggered people. If we complained about SARS yesterday and you banned SARS, you announced banning SARS on a Sunday, right? Which was a weekend. Then by Monday, you announced SWAT. Who did you consult? That's the question. No, nobody engages the citizens in Nigeria. The only time they engage you is when they are doing election. They come, they pitch you against me, they give you 10,000, they give me 10,000, then we start killing ourselves. That's the system that we have.
So, yeah, but I think who do you blame from? Who do we blame for all these things? We see, as far as I'm concerned, we are as much as we are victims. I'm talking about Nigerians. We Nigerians, as much as we are victims of these cruelties that is happening in our country, we are also, kind of accomplice in a lot of ways. Okay. And I'm not trying to blame the victim here. I mean, you said that when during the elections they come and give us 2,000, 3,000 in Ekiti. I've even seen people where Ekiti, where you and I, originate from. People come and distribute Ankara. Many years ago, people used to distribute salt. As cheap as salt is. That's what people used to win election in those days. But it has graduated now, so they are considering rice. They consider Ankara is now in the talk. Now they are graduating. They are moving to around the 5,000 naira because people, we have a lot of respect for cash in Nigeria. So that's why I am saying that, to some extent, we have been also accomplice to these things. And these things are not just happening in our society. It has been happening for so long.
Let me ask you this. How is a poor man an accomplice? How is an hungry man an accomplice? How? Tell me. Okay. How is that? Tell me.
Okay, I think maybe it's as a result of, we can blame it on the lack of quality education. Okay, so people don't know their rights.
Are you not educated? Are you not educated?
Am I not educated? You are educated, but will somebody come and give you? If you are to vote in Nigeria today, somebody will not come and give you 5,000. If they perhaps they already know you are in your street, they will not come and give me 2,000 or 5,000. All right. So that's why I'm talking about the issue of education. But I'm also saying that it is the fact that we've been tolerating them. If somebody has been tolerating you, has been sleeping on you, stepping on you. I know you from back from college days. All right. Even though you be
Paul, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. You said the masses have been accomplices.
Yeah.
In destroying their home faith.
Yeah, in a way.
Destroying their home faith. Okay. I'll say let me go into the Bible and bring out something. Jesus Christ was preaching to people, right? He was preaching to people. At the time, these people were not listening. Then some of his disciples said, Jesus, these guys are not listening. No, what are they thinking about? They were thinking about what to eat. The most important thing. And I do tell people who go on evangelism, if you want to make any man independent in life, take care of his food, take care of his shelter. When you can provide for yourself, when you can provide food for your family, you can provide shelter, that is the first delivery from servitude. But those who you are talking about, that you think have been accomplices in destroying their own faith, let me tell you, you are not one of the masses they talk about. No. I am not one of the masses they talk about. And those are friends on Facebook. Those are not the masses. A lot of them don't even have registration card for election. The masses are registered. The masses, they are registered for election. There is a senator somewhere that will tell them that, hey, see, the most stupid, I owe nobody any apology in Nigeria. The most stupid state in Nigeria, do you know the most stupid state? Is Lagos State. Lagos State. And they think they are civilized. A Lagosian thinks it's civilized. But billions of them have their brains not in the hand of Tinubu, but in the stomach of Tinubu. He already swallowed them.
Okay.
You know why?
Now, IT, wait, before you go too far. Now you are going back to my point, which you.
No, I'm telling you, I'm going back to your point.
You said they are in the stomach of Tinubu. Yeah. Are they sleeping that they are in the stomach of Tinubu? Sir, they know, they've been there all these years. Sir, you and I lived in Lagos when Tinubu was governor.
During my service here, one of my friends, this guy doesn't know the meaning of what he said. And when he said it, I made jest of him. But years after, it made sense to me. He said, Itunu, when I don't eat, I don't think about anything. Did you hear that? When I don't eat, I don't think about anything. Yoruba says, when food is out of poverty, then poverty is reduced. They deliberately impoverished the system. They deliberately made the people hungry. You can see the testimony in the last 2 weeks. These people calculatedly made the people hungry so they can keep them. It's a Russian ideology. I've forgotten his name. I made a post about it. He said he brought out his people. He was on a sick bed. He said, how do you keep these people under your control without fighting them? He gave each of them a bird. One of them squeezed the bird, killed it. One of them said, no, that's not how to do it. You know what he did? It was a Russian head leader. He took a bird, stripped the bird of the feathers. The bird had nothing on it anymore. Lost blood, could hardly walk, then started throwing corn to eat. So instead of the bird trying to escape, the bird started following the corn, What was that? Survivor. They know it. These guys are very wicked. They are smart. They strip the masses. They stop employment. When you are employed, you go to work, then you can think about, okay, yeah, this is the next thing. They strip people of everything called sanity. People can no longer think. The only thing an average Nigerian thinks about today is how to eat. It is how to eat. Look at people who have retired, who have served Nigeria diligently for 35 years or 30 years. They cannot even get their pension. They cannot even get their gratuity. You can see the news that came out of Ekiti State a couple of weeks ago, where the government representative told Ekiti retirees to forfeit 25% of their entitlement. They deliberately impoverished the system. They made the people hungry deliberately. It's not because Nigeria is poor. Nigeria is one of the most blessed.
Can you imagine that happening in Ekiti State? In Ekiti State, where the only thing that people are depending on is civil service. You are not saying they should forfeit their pay.
25% of that.
And these same governors, they will have houses in major cities across Nigeria, and they will be collecting the pension of the which is equivalent to the current sitting governor. I wonder how these kind of things are happening. See, IT, the reason I am saying that Nigerians, we are accomplices for these years, that especially, let's talk about the last 21 years that we've been practicing democracy. Yeah. Forget about what happened during the military, all right? Yeah. But we've been practicing
even the military. Let me tell you, sir. Even the military is better. I was in secondary school during the age of Abacha. I was in Ondo Boys High School. I was in Ondo Boys. I wasn't a primary school student. I was in high school during the age of Abacha.
Of course, I was in high school too.
You understand? But see,
so I think, sir. That's what I am saying. You are going back to what I was saying, that we've been complicit. We've been, too gentle with them.
Okay, so what hope does a sick man have? What hope does a sick man have? Oxygen. A sick man, the only thing is, when you see people who are on oxygen pump, the only thing they do is to gasp for breath. They want to inhale everything at the same time. Survivor. Yeah. If you want to know that Nigerians are innocently stupid. Let me use that. Innocently stupid. Let me use that. Okay, when I cannot eat, sir, I have had people who came to me and said, Itunu, give me 3,000 naira or I will steal. Give me 3,000 naira or I will steal. This is just about $7, right? So look at what has gone through the mindset of that person. There was a time my whole paycheck, I did not pay tithes. A time my whole paycheck was sent to Nigeria, not to my mother, not to any of my siblings, but I shared it to people. A whole paycheck, sir. I'm not talking of 500,000 naira. A whole paycheck. And I shared it with people. Why? When people are hungry, they are desperate.
Okay, actually, let's move forward.
Okay.
Now, the Lekki shooting, which happened on the 20th, October. It's a date that we will not forget.
Who says that? Who says that? Who says that?
I am saying so. I mean, okay. I am saying so that I will not forget. Okay.
We individuals will not forget.
Yes, we the people will not forget. But we cannot speak for the Nigerian government, who is still denying. All right. Exactly. So my question to you, IT, is this: looking at the history of Nigeria, you are an historian, all right? Looking at the history of Nigeria and the presidents of this current government and the past government too, because I don't want to exonerate any of them.
Yeah.
Do you think we will ever get to know the truth or the true picture of what took place that night or that evening in Nigeria?
Sir, there is a popular saying that says, if lie runs for 20 years, the day the truth takes off, we'll catch up with it. But that is the wrong thing. The truth is constant. It does not shift position. Truth does not run. It stays at the same point. So when lie is done running around the cycle, it will come back to the truth. The truth is always there. It will always be there. The truth is always there, and it will always be there. Nigerian government, this current government, ab initio, has operated on lies. And it is sad when a government does not take responsibility. It is sad when, see, the first sign of maturity is taking responsibility. Look at what Desmond Elliott did. I was mad. I was really angry with him. But the fact that he came back to his senses and apologized, oh, that melts me. I forgave him. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people forgave him also.
Yeah, but there are some people who are also saying he's an actor. So,
acting or not acting.
He's trained to cry in front of camera.
Sir, people's cries don't move me. But what I'm saying is that acting or not, the fact that he realizes how stupid it was at the initial stage to come up and ranted the way he did, and he came back to his senses and said, I was overwhelmed by emotions. I'm sorry. I didn't I think I was misunderstood. The fact that his brain came up with the statement, "I am sorry," I was misunderstood. Either he meant it or he didn't mean it. What I'm saying is that people should be able to take responsibilities for their actions and inactions. Nigerian government, I'm sorry to say this, the worst set of people that have ever governed Nigeria since I was is this one that we currently have. A government, I tell people, when you come and become an apologist of Buhari's administration, the only reason, if Jonathan was doing well, we don't need a Buhari, right? Do you agree with me? So the only reason why people voted out Jonathan was that Jonathan wasn't doing well.
Yeah, in fact, I have a question here. You know, I think you're running ahead of me. I have a question here that says that you know, the incompetence of this government.
Yes.
Why is it so glaring? You know, people we thought Jonathan was incompetent.
Yeah.
We thought, Jonathan was has no action, doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
But this one, the incompetence they smell.
Okay, let me now tell you something. So when you see maggot will come from the. Okay, let me just do this. So bullshit, right? Bullshit can get you to the top, but you need more than bullshit to keep you at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Lies can get you to the top, but your competency will keep you at the top.
Yeah.
Your effectiveness will keep you at the top.
Yeah.
Look at those who came together to campaign against Goodluck Jonathan. Where are they now? Where are they now? It was a marriage. It was a marriage of power-hungry people. We want to be president at all costs. We want to lead at all costs. A professor of law at Ahmadu Bello University wrote something. He said, the North should be conscious of when they seek power. Sometimes you get the power, you don't even know what to do with it. That's exactly what is happening now. Now they wanted the power, they got it. They got it.
Now, like I see. Now you mentioned the North. Let me cut you short a little bit. And for those who are viewing this this broadcast, and people who may know me personally, you will know that I am not that much of a stereotypical person. Okay, I'm not that biased. There is a little bit of bias in every human being. So, but there is not much of it in me because of education. And now, today, even today, I saw one guy that was cussing out on Aisha Buhari.
Yeah.
I mean, not Aisha Buhari, Aisha Yesufu.
Aisha Yesufu.
Yes, saying that by now, if she had common sense in it, that she would have converted to a Christian, because they don't expect a Muslim to be doing like the way she's doing.
Yeah.
Okay, and the reason was that it was reported that in some mosque in the north that they were cursing her in the mosque.
Yeah.
Okay, and during the protest, during the NSAS protest, it was also said. I did not know, but it was also said even on Twitter. You know, most things that happen in Nigeria.
Aisha tweeted it herself that they were cursing her. I saw the tweet. Yeah.
Yes. So now that they were campaigning and preaching in the mosque also that they should not join the protest. That, you know, and then I've also seen one guy who they say is one of the media guys of Buhari, who is saying that that guy Garba Ahmed or something like that. Adamu Garba. Yeah. Who made a video in Hausa, you know, telling the Hausas that they should not join these people, that all they are doing is just to gang up against Buhari and all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you think that it is sane for us to still believe that this country is one? in the face of people that are agitating for Yoruba, in the face of people that are agitating for Oduduwa. I mean, Oduduwa and Biafra.
Sir. As much, see, I have one program answer for that question. If we are to be sincere with ourselves, is Nigeria one? No. Why? Look at it. Look at Southern Cameroon. From Southern Cameroon, come down to Kwale, Delta Igbo. They look alike. Look at from Bauchi, Kano, Katsina, to Niger, to Djibouti, to Chad. They look alike. Look at from part of Ilorin down to part of Kogi, down to Ondo, down to Lagos, down to Ilaje, down to Togo. We look alike. That's my country. Those are my people. That's where I belong. There is a Ikoyi in the Republic of Benin. I've been there. I've been to Ouidah in the Republic of Benin. Those are people who speak my language. You know, even it's Yoruba coverage, right? But we're even in Yoruba, you're an Ekiti man, I'm an Ekiti man, Ondo, or War. We have different dialects. But we still have something that when we say, you know, this is a Yoruba man talking. This is a Yoruba man in Togo. They left him there. Instead of bringing my Yoruba family in Togo and the Republic of Benin, they took them away and they gave me Hausa as my people. Are they my people? No. Let's be sincere with ourselves. So if Garba Shehu told his people that they are fighting Buhari, he is talking to his people because he knows that they are Fulani Hausa people. They are not Nigerians. I am Yorubama. I'm not Nigerian. And it became more pronounced and worse under Buhari's administration. Buhari's administration dichotomized Nigeria, balkanized Nigeria, told us, made our differences known. The differences we were trying to cover up before. Buhari's administration told everybody, hey, Tinubu, stay with your people, you are a Yoruba man. Munamani, stay with your people, you are an Igbo man. Buhari, stay with your people, you are an Hausa man. This is maybe after Buhari, there'll be in Nigeria. Maybe after Buhari, there'll be in Nigeria. Look at sand and cement. If you mix them with water, right, you cannot differentiate. So for 100 years, you have not been able to come together and say, okay, we are Nigerian. More than ever before, a Yoruba man now sees himself as a Yoruba. When was the first time you heard about Oduduwa Republic? We've always played about it. But look at what happened last month or this month. People are now very serious to take that step. People protested everywhere. Igbos are there. You want to blame Igbo people. Do we treat Igbo as part of Nigerians? Do we treat Igbo as part of Nigeria? We are talking about power returning to the South. Then somebody is saying that a Yoruba man should be president. Obasanjo did 8 years. Why can't we say let an Igbo man do 8 years or do 4 years at least? We frustrated Goodluck Jonathan, not because of anything, but because Jonathan was a minority. That is it. If Jonathan was a Yoruba man, will he be that frustrated? That's the question. If Jonathan was an Hausa man, will he be that frustrated? We campaigned against Jonathan in the church. We campaigned against Jonathan in the mosque. A few of us knew that it was just a prank. It was a planned game. You are talking of corrupt Jonathan. What have you not seen? What has Musa not seen at the gate now? What has Musa not seen at the gate now under Buhari? Tell me now. What has Musa not seen?
I see. There's so many things, and I did not expect that this will be your opinion on this issue. But then I am. No, I'm not disappointed at all. I'm not disappointed at all. But it's just that
the problem I have is that I state facts. I said what
that is one of the reasons why you are here. That's one of the reasons why we are talking. I know the IT, the pastor that time. Your papa was an SU, but you weren't in that of an SU. But then,
okay. Oh gosh, it's just unfortunate. We have been more balkanized under Buhari. A Yoruba man is not a Yoruba man, not a Nigerian anymore. Maybe after this, we can come together again.
This Nig is also an Ekiti man. He also believes that the fact that we don't speak the same language is a major challenge in Nigeria.
It's not, no, it's not the challenge. It's not the challenge. It's not the challenge. It's not the challenge.
I mean, that the fact that we don't see ourselves as one. See, I think to be sincere, like you said, we really don't see ourselves as one. Okay, even though we've been trying to, maybe because we've been
pretend that the marriage is sweet.
Yeah,
we do like you know the social media life. You know the social media life, right? Somebody who just got slapped by her husband will come to the face and say, "I love my husband." That is what we are doing.
I love my husband.
My husband is sweet. That's what we are doing in Nigeria, lying that everything is all right. Maybe after this one, maybe after this administration, maybe after this administration, we can now say, okay, let's have a Nigeria, and there will not be a Nigeria without proper restructuring. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead.
That's another thing you are touching there, because an average northerner would not take restructuring. Okay.
Why?
See,
why would they take
when they see, I have seen the congregation of the sitting of PhD holders, you know, medical doctors, teaching of professors in the north, sitting, and they were deliberating, you know, during the election or before the election 2018-2019. They were saying, they practically say that no northerner will support restructuring.
Why? Why will a northerner support restructuring?
So and the people in the south are clamoring that, okay, this is time to we need restructuring. That maybe restructuring is what's going to help us. But eventually, you know, even Buhari, when they were people, because people like people who campaigned for Buhari, because somebody has said that point of correction, Buhari did not. He did not make most of the promises that people just made those promises on his behalf, and he didn't talk. He just followed them. There was one during this shooting. There was one video that I saw on the internet where they gave Buhari. he wanted to talk. Maybe he doesn't even know what to say. And then before you know it, now Buhari is but what did he say? Nothing.
That is to tell you the kind of
people will sit down. Our own Yoruba people will sit down in their room and write an article and say Buhari say. So even now, even now on different social media platforms, especially WhatsApp, there are people from our place who are writing and say, Buhari, this one, they are discrediting.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What is the price of a Yoruba man?
I don't know. You tell me. Tell me your price.
Promise him you will give him an appointment. True or false, he will follow you. He will betray his own mother. He will betray his own mother. I'm saying this. When they are in trouble, and they need the best lawyers in Nigeria, they come to the southwest. They go to the east. The south. See, I knew there was no way Jonathan was going to win the election.
But in reality, you know, to be sincere, Jonathan did not perform.
What I'm saying is that in reality, Jonathan Goodluck did not perform.
Simple.
As Buhari performed?
Definitely not. As far as I'm concerned, no.
Okay, now we are saying it now.
There's something I want to ask you.
Let me say this.
Okay.
And we know that Buhari has not performed. And when you talk, your own kinsman jumps on you. They jump on you. They want you to. Sir, I have lived around. I have visited other countries. I'm a Nigerian. I visited Europe. I visited other African countries. And I keep asking, which other country is more blessed than Nigeria? Which other country? Just tell me now. Every other country uses their weakness as their strength. Look at China. China is almost ringing into 2 billion. Right? Okay, so what do we do as Chinese? Okay, nobody will buy any foreign thing that is not produced in this country. That was the revolution. But look at what we did. China is not a potential. China is now the rival when it comes to US-Chinese rivalry now.
Of course now.
Right?
Yeah. Anyway, let me ask you the question that I want to ask you before I forget, even though I have it on my paper.
Okay.
There was a video that somebody, in fact, more than 2 people sent it to me recently during the week. And this was a video where Nnamdi Kanu was supposedly interviewing somebody online. Okay?
Yeah.
It was audio that they are claiming that Buhari had died since 2017.
Yeah.
All right. And this same, Nnamdi Kanu, I think he has the how do I put it? He kind of has record for coming up with all manners of conspiracy theories. That's the way I see him. I may be wrong, some people will not agree with me, but that's the way I be. Okay. So what do you think about when you see that Buhari had died, that this guy in Aso Rock is not Buhari? And many people are believing
any president that is irresponsible is dead to me. So either Nnamdi Kanu says it or not, any president that is irresponsible is dead. Any president that takes 22 days to address a burning country is dead. He may be living, but ideologically dead. He may be living, but if you are not, sir, there is a story of a woman that went to the church and they told widows to come out. This lady went to church with her husband. And when they called widows to come out, she came out, and the husband pulled her back. Said, "I'm not there." He said, "You are dead now. You don't take responsibility. You are dead. You are dead." So, Nnamdi Kanu said that or not? Do we have a president? Do we have a commander-in-chief? Do we have a commander-in-chief?
We had one now. I mean, we saw one in the video a few days ago.
That is the titular president. The part of the current Buhari that I have an issue with is this releasing video, video recorded video. When you and I can go on the internet and talk face to face like this, how can a whole Nigerian president? Imagine the amount of professional journalists that we have in Nigeria, that if we want to hear from our president, it will have to be 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or maximum 12-minute video, recorded video, and then they will now play it on our national TV. That we are spending billions. You said that was the conspiracy theory. You said it was a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, because I mean, if I am saying technically it's not there, it's different from saying they are even quoting the date that he died. They are quoting the place where they buried him.
Do you know that the North does not defend Buhari? Do you know the North does not defend Buhari? Do you know the North? I said
maybe some of them.
Sir,
tell me. Some of them.
Tell me, no. It's not because they don't like Buhari. The North does not have business defending Buhari. Those who will go, okay. Historically, a typical Fulani man wants to rule, even if it's an headman, even if it's an illiterate. He believes that this country is his forefathers' property. In spite of the fact that they were defeated in Oshogbo, So the fact they were defeated by the Kanem Borno Empire, but they believe that the entire Nigeria is their property. And they were hated by Britain, who delayed the independence because of the North. So now,
let me quickly digress. I'm sorry for cutting you short. So many things are floating through my head now that I did not even plan for. Being an historian, was he ever taught to you in the college the true history of Nigeria in terms of amalgamation, all the nyama nyama that happened? Because we don't have history.
I was taught and I read it. I was taught and I read it.
So was it truly that you know, all the way the British modeled everything, that they did direct Ojoro?
Sir, Nigeria in the first place was not amalgamated for political reasons. If it was amalgamated for political reasons, you won't have a southern protectorate and northern protectorate. You have one protectorate, right? And the crown colony. We have everything one under the same administration. What they did was because of lack in the other side of the country, and there is plenty here. To use the revenue of Africa, because Britain had lost a lot of outside their empires, lost India, lost, so they would not invest a cent, a kobo of their money into a foreign land. So they wanted to use the money made in Africa to impoverish Africa, saying they are developing it. So running the administration, the money taken from South was, and they are still doing it till today. That is the same idea Nigeria's government is using. Get the money from the South. So they are talking about they produce coconut, they produce beans, they produce granite. How much of it has been used in foreign exchange? How much of bag of granite from Kebbi State has been used in foreign exchange? But look at Lagos, Apapa, Tinkan Island. There's a billion coming in every day. Look at One, billion coming in. Look at Onitsha Market, billion being rigged in. Look at Abonima, Soku, Ogloma, Bakana, Bonny Island, Port Harcourt, Sagama, Bayelsa, Kahama, Warri. Look at the billions coming in every day. So a man now sat back and said, we cannot be using our money from Britain to develop Nigeria. So what we are going to bring it together. So now we take the money, and we use it in the north. That was it. It was for economic reasons, not for politics. And unfortunately for the kind of leaders we had back in the days, a couple of them supported it. You know, all those kings.
It is those kings that have been destroying us ever since.
How many kings? How many kings signed it? Less than 8 people signed Nigeria amalgamation.
And
in fact, I don't think
what was the remaining people doing? See, there's wait first, and you may agree, you may disagree with me. It's okay. I have an ideology that, for instance, when talking about parenting, I think a lot of Nigerian parents have no clue what parenting is all about. Even me, I was clueless until recently. Do you understand? But my question is this: when other people around the world were knowing things, Imbola Forisi, let me speak Yoruba. Where did we put our own brain?
Okay, I'll tell you. Our brain
when they were amalgamating Nigeria and the South, the majority of the South, let's forget about the 8 or 5 people who represented. What were they doing? Because they never fought.
Okay.
Like one young guy, one young chap on this platform said, we did not fight for our independence.
Okay.
It was packaged for us, and we stupidly accepted whatever was offered to us.
Okay. Let me ask you this question. If you go to a party you are not invited and you break a cup, what happens? You will
With
pay.
it today.
You will pay. So those were the guys who were, these are guys who had the firepower. They had the power. They have, you know, we have always betrayed ourselves. Look at Akintoye and Kosoko in Lagos. These are cousins from the royal family. One of them invited British to come and depose his cousin so he can become king. See, the problem has been there generationally. Reality. The problem has been there generationally. If I want to, it's just like you hosting a party and you invite me, you invite a couple of my friends, and you invite somebody and you say, okay, it is strictly by invitation. Who comes in? The fools with the invitation cards. So that was exactly what it is. Let's sign, come and sign. And there was something they called the gunboat diplomacy. They will put a lot of kings, a lot of community leaders on the boat, take them to the high sea, and force them to sign. Part of them was Jaja of Fokbobo, Ovorawan Agbensa of Benin. They plundered the kingdom because they wouldn't agree with a lot of them. And they are still doing it till date. So
they compelled them to sign.
Oh, a lot of them were forced at gunpoint. That's what they call the gunboat diplomacy. They put you on the boat. Let's take a ride into the sea. Your people don't know you are there. Then they drop you in the sea, kill you, drop you in the sea, and come and put a stooge as the king. The stooge will sign. They give him a bottle of schnapps and glass and one gun, and they promise taking his children to Portugal or Britain to school. That was it. A lot of them were forced to do it. Many of them were forced to do it. That's why I said I read about it, and I did not read Afrocentric views of African history. I read African view of African history. There are Nigerians who write Afrocentrically, and there are some who write Eurocentrically. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I read both Eurocentric and Afrocentric. And when
let me ask you this one. I want you to answer it just briefly. Do you think we will ever get to that level where we will sit on the table again and decide, you know, as people? I'm not talking where they say some Oba and some Tinubu and Co. or governor of Ekiti State, a few of the governors, and say, come and represent us. I'm talking about where the people will have a opportunity to sit at the table and decide whether do we still want to continue this marriage or not. Do you think we'll ever get to that junction?
It may take time. A lot of us may
really?
A lot of us stop. A lot of us might have lost our teeth before this, but it will happen one day. I'm telling you. Because the end SARS protest is, when I say is, I'm not saying was, it remains an eye-opener. What IPOB is doing is an eye-opener. Sir, there will be protests, there will be killing, there will be civil disobedience, there will be peaceful protests, there will be destruction. Look at Lagos. Is Lagos not coming down, as we say? Is Lagos not coming down now?
Lagos coming down now.
Lagos lost more than 100 billion naira in that.
No, I think someone will say it's $1 trillion that they are going to use to fix all the problem.
That's what I'm saying. That
but I'm thinking that's an exaggeration, you know. Anyway,
they will still. No, they will still too.
Yes, and that's one thing that I have. That's one thing that I have against the destructions of properties. Even though I know we may not be able to have avoided it, but the truth is that it is still our money, the people's money, you know. And when they are going to give out the contract, they will give the contract to themselves.
So do you think I have anything against the protest?
I don't think so.
I don't have anything against the protest. I don't think I have anything against the protest. I don't have anything against the soldier men killing people. I don't have anything against SARS killing people. I don't have any problem again. What I'm happy about is that there was a protest, and the whole world, the focal point was Nigeria. The world saw our dirtiness. The world saw the criminal activities in governance, and the NSAS revealed a lot of things. So there were storages where people's food were kept. Why people were committing suicide because they couldn't feed their homes. Nigerian governors and senators have tons of rice, of food stuff kept. Why? Why? Just tell me why. Because by December, rice is already 40,000, 30,000 now. By December, they will rebag it and sell it to people. Exorbitant rates. That's it. That's what they were trying to do. So it's just like
I was listening to a show earlier today, and and somebody we both know was saying that when they closed the border in the south, and I've heard it from many reliable people, that they still have not opened the border till now. But the border up north was never even shut down.
It was never closed. My cousin works. I won't say the job he does. He works up there. When you are buying rice for 32,000 here, they are selling it 10,000, 12,000, 15,000 north. It's not a lie. There are videos of journalists who went to Daura border and saw how they were bringing rice and beans into the country. Have you heard a northerner complaining about food stuff, prices of food? Have you heard any complaint from the north? Their food is expensive. No, Nigeria is messed up. Let's say it. It will take it. See, people will say, let's pray. I was laughing at people who were doing prayer work, NSAS prayer work. What is my problem with prayer work? This movement was not concocted in a church or in a mosque. So don't bring prayer into it. When God created the world, he called Adam and Eve. He said, conquer this land, reproduce, replenish, thereby giving what? The authority to administer the earth. So when God already said, conquer this earth, make what you want out of it, you don't go on your knees and say, it's just like you getting married and say, God, please, my wife should be pregnant, and you are not sleeping with the wife. So God already gave us the brain to administer our home country. Then we go now, we are praying in the face of injustice. Where in history has prayer changed injustice?
Daddy Adeboye had recently declared the 30-day fasting.
And let Baba be fasting. We young men will be protesting. Baba himself knows that the young one will see visions. Yes. It is for old men to dream, right?
Yes.
And the young man will see visions.
Yes. Okay.
Let Baba be helping us with prayer. Baba should be praying about protection for the country and the children.
Okay.
Not a prayer to change. See, I saw a prayer program in Lagos where they were praying that God should let technological advancement come to. I said, what kind of nonsense prayer is this? God should let which country has prayed that God let technological advancement come? Which country? Just tell me now. We spiritualize everything. God is not a Christian. Desmond Tutu wrote that book. God is not a Christian. Desmond Tutu said God is not a Christian. So don't disturb God with prayer. Don't disturb God with prayer. Pray for protection. Pray for health. At the same time, when you are praying for health, go to the hospital to check yourself. So you are praying. You are praying for what? For God to change the heart of our criminal leaders. Right? Is that what they are praying about? Baba can keep praying for us. I don't have anything against Baba's prayer. He's our father. But at the same time, prayer does not do a lot of things. Prayer does not impregnate a virgin. You have to sleep with her.
Okay, so, let's go forward. Okay.
Yes,
now, the government and the people, they are sympathizers. They believe that the kind of massive looting that's happening in the country. And I have a friend who has been on this show who does not see anything wrong with the looting and the destruction, actually. So now, the government is blaming the protesters. And I want to say I saw a lot of, these protesters comport themselves. There was a lot of emotion on the street. There was empathy displayed on the street. I was moved. I was happy. You understand? Until that senseless shooting happened in Lekki. Now, what do you think is responsible for this looting and destruction? Is it the people? The people are angry, or you think it's this protest that led to the destruction and looting that we witnessed?
So, like I said, I have not seen. So if 1999, Nigeria started democratic rule in 1999, right? And now it's 21 years. And by 1998 December, I was already in College of Education at the DME, right? So that means that I can easily pick my biro and write the history of Nigeria, at least from elementary to this day, with understanding transcends, right? So I can tell you that. I was looking for a video, and I would like it if you can show it on this program, where police vans were used in distributing thugs on the street of Abuja. Did you see the video?
Yeah. I have seen it.
So who hijacked what? The government deliberately paid their idiots to go and disrupt people. They have been killing people in Nigeria since the 1st of October before Lekki shooting. They burnt over 200 cars in Abuja. Nobody talked about that. By the government hoodlums, government-sponsored thugs. They have been killing people that innocent and civil protesters had to go out and hire the service of private security agencies because Nigerian police will not protect them.
Yeah.
Now, let's go to the looting. Nobody likes, I don't like anything criminally. I don't like stealing. I don't like people saying what they don't mean. I don't like, but I'll say everything I mean. I mean what I say, with no apology.
Yeah.
So, ask me again if I have a problem with the looting that happened. No, I don't. I don't. You know why? You know why?
Why?
Statements have to be made. Drastic situations need drastic steps. Like I said, you cannot fight criminalities with prayer. You loot me, I loot you. Yes, I'm serious now. Serious now. We pretend too much in Nigeria. We know too much in Nigeria. Yet nothing is working for us.
True.
We pretend too much. We pray too much. We know too much. Yet nothing is working. Shops were looted. I'm sorry. But if Nigeria was a good country, you should have insurance on everything in your store. So you don't come out and start crying. That's one of the abnormalities in the system we have. My wife had an accident with a Honda Accord a couple of years ago. I just, hey, baby, did you survive it? Yes. By the following, it didn't take a week. Insurance company already gave me a check for another car. Because I had full-scale coverage on the car. If I'm driving and I hit you, and there's a damage on your car, you have the right to report to my insurance. We don't have to fight. Do you have insurance? Yes. Okay. Let the police come and give us police statement. Contact the insurance, they send you your check and fix your car. That's how it works. So if you have a shop of multi-million worth of wares in it and you don't have insurance on your stuff, it is still a part of the failures in Nigeria. Don't we have insurance companies in Nigeria? Don't we have? We do. Are the insurance companies up to the task? No. They are criminals like the government. Are the banks up to the task? No. They are criminals like the government. You see what I'm saying, right? I don't have. You loot the people. You already looted the people to the extent that people were committing suicide because of hunger, because of unemployment in Nigeria. Now, see, the most interesting thing I saw were people rolling a tractor as their palliative. I love that thing. They stole the tractor. They were pushing it. It wasn't in Lagos. It was not in Lagos. It was in the north. They attacked Adamawa. They attacked some places in Kano, Abuja, Jos.
Yeah. Okay, Auntie, let me ask you another question.
Let me say this. What Showore said is that Hunger does not know if you are an Hausa or Igbo, or you are hungry, you are hungry. It affects everybody. Everybody in Nigeria is hungry. So they will lose you. They will still lose the governors. See, they attack the senator in Ondo town. They attack the governor in Osogbo. Does that signal anything? It's going beyond looting. They are attacking people's lives now. People are desperate. People
they
are
attack the estate of a senator in Ibadan and they carted away motorcycles.
Yes,
brand new
sir.
motorcycles.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So now you are talking about people. You are talking about people looting somebody. They looted us already. If they have not looted us, you and I should not be in US or India or in Dubai or in Britain.
True.
We should be in our homes. How many Americans did you meet in Dubai or UAE or India coming to hustle for jobs? How many? How many now?
Okay, IT.
Sir.
Now, I have been talking about the new generation, possibility of the new generation taking over power from these current politicians, whom I believe they failed us.
Yeah.
I believe they failed us totally, that we need a change.
Yes, sir.
Now, you would agree with me that they have failed us.
Yeah.
But as I'm also thinking about the new generation politicians, then the picture of people like Desmond Elliott, whom we have spoken about earlier, comes to mind.
Yeah.
There's this governor of Kogi State. There's Dimeji Bankole.
Yeah.
There's Dino. Dino, who is Dino. He's always singing. Yeah, there are so many young people like that who have found their way into this government. And we've seen that guy. Is it Isaiah or something? The guy who slapped
the other senator, right? I don't know. Yeah.
Yes. So that guy is probably younger than you and I. Okay.
Possibly.
Now, so we've seen that, and when you talk about Nigerian youth taking over from these people, and there was an article, I believe that it is people in government, that their agent that is writing the article, and it was circulated very well. I don't know, maybe you've seen it, where they are saying people like that are in government now, they started as youths also, or younger people at least, maybe some of them even in their early 30s, some of them in their early 40s. Buhari became the head of state when he was 40-something. Obasanjo when he was 30-something. Yes. True. Official age, yeah. And Amechi probably was 40-something thereabout.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, do you think even if the youth take over, that we will see a different than what we are currently saying?
The good thing, see, that is the same song. That is the same song. That is the same song. The ugly thing we see in Nigeria is that when we are to cite examples, we look at the bad ones and we bring them and say, look at this one. Look at this one. Yeah, your father was a pastor. Your mother was a pastor. Okay. We always look for the bad examples. Are there no good examples of youth in power? Are there no good examples of youth doing well in businesses? See, whoever that will betray me from the start, I know this one will betray me. That's why I have many accomplices. I have more than 5 billion friends, but I have few close buddies. I know my sink and sail friends. Anybody you cannot trust, don't vote for the person. If my brother, PK, Pastor Kunle Shorian, said a stranger is not somebody you don't know. A stranger is that person that you cannot vouch for. There are many youths I cannot vouch for. And I don't hide my tongue when I want to talk about them. I'd rather not talk than talk and mince words. Dimeji Bankole betrayed us. Desmond Elliott disappointed us. Dino, as much as I can, I'll say, how far has Dino betrayed us? He has many cars. He has many cars. Let me tell you something. What people don't say about Dino Melaye. This is something people don't say about Dino Melaye. Sir, do you know there was a time they shared money And Dino was the only member of the House of Representatives that took the money they shared to him back to the accountant general and said, give me a receipt that you took this money back from me. People don't talk about that, about Dino Milaye. Dino has, how many times has Dino been accused of stealing money? That's the question. When I make money, I spend my money.
I think you are also an Dino Milaye.
No, you didn't know me. Yeah, I don't pretend. But I'm saying, okay. And just like the way I'm a lot of people. A lot of people. You understand?
Yeah.
I keep asking, when there has not been any criminal, there could be insinuations. People can come and say, hey, IT, why are you talking to Paul? You know, Paul is this, is that, is that, is that. You are free to have your opinion about Paul. But so far, this is who Paul is. I have known Paul for years. This is who Paul is. If Paul comes around and says Itunu, I am contesting. Will I support Paul? Yes, I will. Can I say that about every friend? See, today, one of my friends still called me from Lagos and said, bro, keep doing what you're doing. People know me. Even my antagonists know me. When they need somebody to do some stuff for them, when they need people to trust, they come for me. Even those who antagonize me on my ideological beliefs, when they need people to support them, when they need people to speak for them, when they need recommendations, they still come to me and say, you know that you can put in a word for me. People believe you. People do this. People. I say, why can't you go to your other people? Why coming to you? So when we talk about the youth, they are the good. Even in a family, they are the good children. They are the bad children. Even in the school, there are good students and there are bad students. But everyone is a student. Right? Everyone is a student. So shall we say because people sleep and die in their sleep, so all of us should not sleep anymore? No, we will still sleep. So do we say because there are bad examples of a Kogi State governor? Is a very bad. He knows the bad example. When he was contesting, people were kneeling down to campaign for him. Naturally, Rufai knelt down to campaign for him. So they even knew that it wasn't worth it, but they wanted to put a stooge there, someone who could do the bid. So they needed him there. They needed an idiot. So they found an idiot in him. And there are many idiots among us, the youth.
Do you know it was on Vanguard earlier today? I saw it on Twitter that a group are already canvassing for El Rufai to be governor, to be president in 2023.
Yes. Those are the idiots are talking about.
They're even saying the group is threatening that they will drag him to court if he refuses.
Those are the idiots you are talking about. Those are the idiots you are talking about. Yeah. So look at it. Look at it from this angle. There are good youths. There are bad youths. Everybody isn't the same. We will not say.
Do you think it is possible for the younger people, the younger generation of politicians? Do you think it is possible in this kind of environment?
Yeah.
Don't forget that environment is key here. Yeah. In this current environment, that we can develop and produce better, younger group of politicians.
Yes, sir. It's possible, very possible.
How?
There are people out there that they have excelled in whatever. Excellence is not about making money. That's what people don't know.
Yeah, tell Nigerians so.
That's what I'm saying. See, you have excelled in whatever you are doing. Who owns Opinion Sharer?
Yeah, I'm running it.
You run Opinion Sharer. Do you know how many followers you have on Opinion Sharer?
People don't.
Do you know how many? No. Answer me. Do you know how many people on Opinion Sharer? Over 7,000 people, right?
I know. I
have checked it. Over 7,000 people. So if you have a platform where you have gathered 7,000 people to listen to your opinion, you have excelled in that.
IT in Nigeria, we have a culture.
Let me tell you. Ogapo, listen.
I'm listening to you.
These politicians, they will bring money, they will spend money. Right? They will bring money. And you saw the year that happened last election on those states, where those girls said, how much I give you?
I saw that. And I was embarrassed.
I was happy to see that. I was happy to see that. That was the
Really?
boldest. That was the boldest video of corruption in Nigeria. That was the boldest video.
But IT is not the first time now. We have been seeing it almost.
What I'm saying is that was the boldest. That was the boldest video that showed corruption in Nigeria. Others we have been seeing, we will see. These girls were on video. They did it deliberately. Some of them gave you, and they even shouted the name of those who gave them after they talked. Sir, there are people that, and one thing I say is that no matter who you are, when you are in politics as a young man, as a young woman, and I ask you, what are you doing? You don't have a job, you don't have a career, you have a business, and you want to contest and be my leader, you want to represent me. Bah, it's not possible. What are you doing before coming to politics?
They are politicians.
Then they ask you, what you say? I'm a politician. I have friends who are in politics and they have their businesses.
Yeah, but people like Jonathan, was he not? Was a politician now? I mean, he was a PhD holder now.
Jonathan was a lecturer.
Yeah.
See, there are levels to desperation. There are levels to stupidity. Everyone can be stupid at one point, right? Everybody will be stupid at one point. But let me ask you this. You come to me. Two people that I detest is somebody who has no career, who has no job before becoming a full-time pastor. And somebody who has no job before becoming a politician. I detest those two class of people. You must be doing something before you must have a career. And that is why you see other countries. You see other countries, they have good. Europe, America, Asia. These guys are doing something before they come into politics. And if you look at children of successful politicians in Nigeria, their children are not in politics today. Which Awolowo's son is in politics. Which Awolowo's son is in politics. Which Akedola's son is in politics. Which Okotiebo's son is in politics. Which Enaoro's son is in politics. Which Babangida's son is in politics. Which Abacha's son is in politics. Which Obasanjo's son is in politics. Which of Atiku's son is in politics.
They are in politics. IT, don't even say that.
No,
do you know that
they are sponsoring?
No. Do you know that Abacha's son wanted to contest for
governorship in Kano? I know the guy you are talking about. They pushed him to want to contest as a compensation, as a show of loyalty, to his father.
Yeah.
Yes. They want, some people even wanted Mustafa to become governor. So for you to know that it was a continuum of Abacha's empire in Kano. They're looking for who can generate sympathy.
The big question that I have, right, is do you think we will get to a level of consensus among the younger generation politicians, like we had about 2 years ago? I was embarrassed. I felt bad with what happened. That people like Showore, Feladro Toye, Tokpe Fashua, Professor Mogalu, that they couldn't come, and the other few people, and even what do you call this lady? There was this lady that was actually going around campaigning against Showore. So instead of, they allowed themselves rather be used.
So let me tell you this. I have tried as much as I can to build relationship with a lot of these guys you mentioned, one-on-one. One-on-one. I relate with one of them. Hey, big bro, what's going on? How are you doing today? Some of them were sponsored to destroy the system. I'm not mentioning names. Okay. Some of them were sponsored not to agree, not to contest. Some of them wanted to contest because they knew they were not. They just wanted to destroy the opportunities of others. I will not mention name, no name to be mentioned, but I've spoken with at least 3 or 4 of them, one-on-one. I've had more than 1 hour, 2 hours interaction with at least 1 or 4 of them. And I'll tell you this, Some of them meant well. Some of them did not drop because they knew what was going on. You understand? I have a couple of them that I interact with. And when you hear them, when you hear their opinion, you will see that this one actually meant well for Nigeria. This one actually wanted to be the president. But this one is a businessman. You're not a businessman, like I told you, sir. How many of them came from the north? How many of them came from the north?
Well, even the guy that had the highest vote among them, nobody even know him. So, now, see, look, even people like I see Tope Fashola, and I don't. Sometimes I like to be, to be held accountable for what I say,
Yeah.
And sometimes I just say, just to poke further discussions. All right. Yeah. I saw that even people like Tope Fashola, because I know there are some Nigerian elites or people who have escaped poverty, so they are now in the middle class. So they would want to say, I'm identified with the poor people, but at the same time, they don't detest the ugly elites.
Yeah.
All right. Now, where I'm going is this: these protests and the killing and all of these things that happen. Even Tope Fashola was posting that there was that it was Photoshop.
Or the videos you can imagine what I think about Tope Fashola was trying to do was to mellow down the effect the outburst would have had. I think that was what he was doing. I think it wouldn't go out to deliberately distort facts. You understand?
Well, that was how I felt.
I'm not covering his track. I'm just saying this is what I would have said about any other person that I know that is passionate about the system. People that are doing bad things deliberately. I know people who do ugly things by accident, maybe by the available information they have at that moment.
Yeah.
You understand? You can always make room for such errors. But there are some people who consistently lie to the public. Tope Fashola is not one of them. I'm not covering him up. You understand? Tope Fashola is not one of them. There are people who deliberately lie to the public. You can imagine people saying that we have some people on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram deliberately changing your name for you. Like Paul. They change your name to Lop and they deliberately do it. Those are people we will never forget. Sir, I have a rule for myself. Forgive them, but don't forget their faces. I don't forget people's faces. And sometimes I ask God, please give me the grace to forget people's offenses. I forgive people, but I don't forget their faces. When I tell you there is a Lagos boy that wanted to be president, I said this is a Lagos boy. I said this is a Lagos boy. He will speak English to you and dribble you and you will sleep. I said this guy just wants to be president. He knows he will not be president. He knows what his target is. You know, apart from Sowore and Tope Fashola, who of them have you seen in the public domain anymore? Where's Mogalu?
Mogalu is on Twitter.
All those businessmen. On Twitter. Sir, these are guys who do things they do deliberately. They know one day they will look at them, maybe before they are 60, give them a ministerial appointment, give them the DG of a government establishment, and they can also chop from there. I don't see somebody. Okay, look at what everybody has a price, but we fall for tricks differently. You understand? We fall for tricks differently. I stay away from money. Money has never been my problem. You know why it has never been my problem? Because my parents taught us to downplay the effect of money in the family. It is what we have. My parents,
many Nigerians aren't so lucky.
That's what I'm saying. They already downplayed money in the house.
Even the church and mosque in Nigeria, they finish us. I'm sorry to say that.
That's what I'm saying. My parents deliberately downplayed the role of money in the family. I swear to God Almighty, I never heard my parents fought about money. I swear. And you never hear me and my wife or anybody fight about money. I'll leave money for you and I'll go. I'll leave it for you and I'll go. It has no place in my person. All I want to be able to afford is to be able to wear good things. Good things is, when I say good things, it's good things. I can get my good things from the mall. I can go to where they are doing sales. And see, sir, I learned a lesson. The same pants, the same short. I have 2 combat shorts. I bought one for $58. The same short, different color. I mean jungle. I bought one for $58. I bought the other one for $8, $8.99. The same designer, faded glory, the same. Even the one I bought for $8.99, I love it more than the one I bought for $58.99. So what I'm saying is that people want to wear Gucci of 1 million. I don't want to wear Gucci. I'm telling you this. If I stand, I have good haircut, I will talk to any girl I want to talk to. Look at your face. Look at your face now. If you say, hey, hello, Sissy, they will first wait. This is a fine boy. Let me look at him. He has some good voice. Let me look at him. He has some vibes. Let me look at him. There are people like Scallywag. They have 1 billion. They don't look good. Looking good is all I want. Be able to have 1 or 2 cars. Probably pay my children's school fees. Take my wife. Maybe take her out. Let's go have a drink or eat in the, that's all I want. Take care of my siblings, take care of my mother. That's all I want. Small money does that. Small money does that. But you see, homes where money is the cardinal point, is the focal point, they will keep having problems. That's why their children become miscreants in the public. That's why their children become miscreants. Because father is chasing money, mother is chasing money. Have you read that book, that article, Why Successful People Produce Wayward Children? Have you read that book?
I'm not sure. I have not.
Successful people produce wayward children because there is no time to care for them.
Well, that does not apply in Nigeria.
But I was raised in Nigeria. You were raised in Nigeria.
Yeah, we were. See, IT. Well, I can't say about you, because you were raised by Akorede now. But me, and a lot of people like me, we raised ourselves.
Yeah.
And I'm made bold to say it, that I raised myself.
But you didn't start raising yourself at 2 years old?
No.
Okay.
No. So the implication of that is that if you see an average person who was raised the way I was raised, they may not turn out to be me.
Exactly, you're right.
I don't expect them to turn out to be me, but I'm just saying that I have taken some responsibilities for my life, okay? And I am deliberate about life.
That is where life starts. That's the beginning of life. Take responsibility for your actions and inactions. Yeah. When you learn to do that, you will have less worry, you have less problems. You will have less problems.
So IT, I was thinking that you were going to become a pastor at some point, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Are you still going to become a pastor?
Yes, sir. That was one condition I gave my wife before we got married. Hey, if I'll be a pastor, if you cannot marry me, if I marry a pastor, don't come with me. That was, I made it clear from the beginning. That I'll be a pastor. It doesn't mean that being a pastor doesn't mean that I cannot be a full-time pastor. I like my space. You understand? But I will be a pastor. I'm already a pastor. I may not be.
Where do you see the Nigerian religious bodies and politics and the current state of Nigeria?
A lot of destructions have been done by religion in Africa. And smart people, world thinkers, came up to the conclusion that the opium of the poor is religion. Mm-hmm. And I added one more thing. In Nigeria, over the time, I've come to discover that in Africa and the rest of the world, from my observation, I've discovered that there is a second opium, which is sex. Sex, religion. You know what opium is? Opium is a painkiller, right? So religion, they will tell you, if you're a good slave, you will go to the kingdom of God. That's why I keep asking people, how would Paul tell a slave who escaped to go back to his master and be an obedient slave there? People don't think. I have a problem with that portion of Pauline's writing. You understand? If a slave escaped and you told a slave to go back to where he was enslaved and be an obedient slave there,
I don't know the kind of pastor that you intend to be, but it's certainly not going to be a Nigerian
pastor. A pastor that can stimulate people's thinking process. A pastor that does not want to say Jesus is Lord and the church members agree without saying, Pastor, how is Jesus the Lord? And I say Jesus is Lord. And I say, Pastor, how is Jesus the Lord? And I don't have any explanation to give them. It is in the Bible that Jesus is Lord. From the look of things, reading and explaining to people will make them understand. But I just say Jesus is Lord and you must accept. That is not teaching. That is instruction. A pastor that teaches you to use your brain. That's the kind of pastor I want to be. A pastor that explains that, hey, paying tithe and offering is good. Number one thing is that we use tithe and offering to run the church. The church has businesses that they have to handle. The church has bills they have to handle. Tell us that your tithe and offering helps the church to keep going. Not that if you don't pay your tithe and offering, God will not bless you. What church does Dangote pay his tithe? You understand what I'm saying, right? What church does Dangote pay his tithe?
Okay, Ati, before you make me offend people now, let me quickly play this video and I want you to listen to it so that we probably round up with it in some minutes.
Okay.
Africa's politics have fallen into the hands of elites, as the Nigerians would call them. These are a class of people who are pure business politicians, and business and politics go.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Together in Africa. You cannot stand as a poor man. I came across a wonderful example the other day from Kenya, where a man who cycled around on a bicycle was trying to get himself elected, and the people just laughed at him, and they say, "You've only got a bicycle. What can you do for us? We need a big man with a big car with money. That's the politician we need to do." So there's this mentality, which I think has allowed a very small group of people to take over those countries politically, but also economically. And that's why you have something like, I think the World Bank says between 60 and 70% of Africa's capital shifted out of the continent. It's in banks in Europe and Asia and maybe America as well. But these people just do what the colonialists did, which was suck the wealth out and shift it overseas. And until that changes, that is, until there's a new generation or even a revolution that actually takes power back to African people, I think those problems, that lack of development, will continue. The answer has been, well, why should we invest in Africa as outsiders if the rich Africans don't invest in Africa? And that's been the case up until now. But I think it's changing. I think there is African capital flowing back into Africa, not just from remittances from African diaspora living overseas, 20 billion a year until recently. Not sure which way it's going to go now. But also
Hati,
Yes, I'm with you.
I think you must have gotten the point, you know.
Yeah, I saw the video. I saw the video yesterday.
Okay, so what this guy is saying is not news to some of us. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think we don't even need the white man to come and tell us this is our problem. We know it. The question is, way forward, how do we get out of it?
So, we can keep discussing, and we'll be discussing. Like I told you initially, a couple of months back, I chose to add something more to what I do in the social media platform space and stuff like that. When I criticize the government, I will also provide a possible way out of the problem. That's what I said I'll be doing. And when you see what I wrote about,
that's why I'm asking you this question.
Yeah, what I wrote about SARS. So the first thing I think Nigeria should do is to change the kind of education orientation that we have. Everything has to be, when I say education, anywhere that educates the public, from the church to the mosque, to the schools, to any social gathering, we have to change what we emphasize. We emphasize too much of position and money. We emphasize too much of connection. So even the best people cannot even have anything. We cannot have any sensible contribution because they will never be elected. The best candidates never win any election in anywhere. The best candidates never wins an election.
Especially in Africa. It is worse in Africa.
It is about the foolish people who have money. And you know, when fools, when you have a society of 10,000 people and you have 9,000 foolish people, and 9,000 foolish people come together, they will provide the president for you. And the 1,000 sane people, we have to wallow in the stupidity of the 9,000 people, and we have a society of 10,000 foolish people. So what should the 1,000 people that are smart do? Go out and circumcise the heart of the foolish people. Break their rank. Get 4,000 foolish people to yourself. 4,000 foolish people will get 2,000 foolish people. Then you have a society of 6,000, 7,000 sane people. There will now be 7,000 versus 3,000 foolish ones. That's why I said that by the time we highlight the problems in the society, we should also provide solutions. How do we do that? A complete re-engineering of the society. What do you emphasize? What do you like? What's your? I go out, I listen to a lot of people. People talk to me on Facebook, IT. I talk to people on every topic. Married, I tell you I'm not a married counselor, but this is working for me in my home. So you can also practice this as a man. I don't talk to women about marriage. I only explain things to you. This is how your husband is in. But young men who get married, I say, this is what you can do. You be sabi boy. Do this, pamper your wife. She won't be looking at your phone. She won't be chasing you all around that you want to go. Get that comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? So for us, for anybody who thinks that he has a better dream for Nigeria, start from today. Win 2 people to yourself with your ideologies. If you have good ideology, win 2 people every day. 2 people will win 1 person at least. Then every one of us will come to the realization to say, okay, they buy us with 5,000 every 4 years. Then we complain for another 4 years. You understand? Everybody will get to that stage that, okay, so I complain, I cannot pay my child's school fees, and I'm working. I have a business, my business is not thriving. And I have a leader in my society, I have a governor, I have a representative, I have a senator, I have a president that only share money. It has to be a kind of circumcision of brains. Remove the foreskin covering people's thinking process. So they can think. People are not as stupid as we think they are. But the brain, we should be able to tell people that this brain is like a Facebook app or Twitter app. Use it, use it, use it. You won't die for using your brain now. You won't be charged for using this brain. Use it. That is what we have to. That is what we have to do. You know, it doesn't take 500. explain to stupid people over and over, they will understand.
Hmm.
They will understand. They know they are stupid. I'm trying to use the word, but they are stupid. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Finally, anyway, before I mention the finally, yesterday, let me just buttress what you have just said now. Yesterday, I was invited to a virtual event where it is believed, they say it's interaction with alumni. So I am the alumni of my university. Okay. So they invited me to come and me and some other guys to come and interact with the current students. Where they will ask questions. And one of the students asked me a question. He said, "If you have the opportunity, since we are social workers, what would you like to change in the world?" And without thinking about it twice, I said I would change education, illiteracy. And I'm not talking about being able to read and write. I say the education that is killing the world is such that even people who have gotten a PhD are not able to think. The inability of man to be able to think and analyze things, critique, ask questions, and all of those things is the greatest problem that we have in the world.
The dirtiest and the stinkiest ideas come from people who have been too entrenched in the education gotten from the four walls of the classroom. Because number one is that they are able to speak good English like you and I, and they are able to peddle foolish ideas with good English. They're able to speak trash with good English. So if you are the one who like
illiterate.
So if you are the one who like diction, you get carried away with what they are saying. And you think they are making sense. But they are speaking trash. They know they are speaking trash. They speak good English with American accent, with British accent, and you are listening to them. You are carried away. I do say this. In Nigeria of today, in some of our most developed universities, they still teach Fortran. I have never heard anybody teaching Fortran in the last couple of years. At least I've been in the US for more than 1 year. I've never heard them. Sorry, sir.
Well, I've also studied in India, and even I would say the education in India is not that great.
It is not great education anywhere, even in the US.
But when you compare it with what we have in Nigeria, sometimes it's like I want to cry.
That we already have accidents.
Honestly, we need to start afresh.
Yeah.
As in from ground zero. And
work it up.
Yeah, because we just have people who can speak English, a lot of English.
We cannot play down. Sorry, I was going to make that. We cannot play down traditional institution, traditional education if we want to make sense as Africans. Look at it. I keep asking this question. United States come up to say that the best form of government is democracy. Ask them one question. Hey, what other type of administrative system have you practiced? You have not practiced anything other than democracy in your life, so don't tell us the best. It works for you. Britain said democracy is good, but they are keeping the seat of the Queen. Why not destroy it? And the Queen is a very important part of the government in Britain. Belgium too has a place. King Fahd, there's a king in Riyadh, right? There's a king in the Emirates. There's a king in China. But we destroyed our own traditional institution. We destroyed everything. So we need to go back to a lot of things we need a complete overhauling and re-engineering. You don't overhaul what doesn't exist. Nothing exists in Nigeria. So we have a good platform to start. We have a very good place to start. Let's start. We are not starting all over because we have never started.
We need street intelligence, and that's why, on that note, I would be saying that I would like you to join us as frequent as possible, because this platform is deliberately, when I mean deliberately, I mean it 100%, to awaken the people who would be able to access the information that we bring out here with the sole purpose of educating people, re-engineering, social re-engineering, they call it.
Yes.
So as you go, IT, I want you to talk in just maybe a few seconds. I have taken a lot of your time, so and I'm sorry for that. I probably don't, but I have actually enjoyed the engagement.
Thank you so much, sir.
The 2023, do we have hope, or we should just keep building?
No, we have hope every day. We have hope every day. Hope is never lost. We have hope every day. Every day a man sleeps and wakes up, there's a new hope. Even with this body.
I better go straight to the point. Don't use a style.
I'm not playing. I'm not playing you now.
What did we expect?
I'm not playing you now. I'm just going to say we have hope every day.
Okay, let me go straight. Let me ask my question straight. What is the assurance that these same people will not remain in power? I'm not talking about Buhari. I'm saying
I will tell you.
current set of class of politicians.
I will tell you one thing that my very celebrated Nasir El-Rufai said. I hate Nasir El-Rufai, but it's because of his intelligence. I love him. He said,
"Okay,
these young people who complain that they are not given power. Nobody gives power. You have to wrestle it. If you want power, you have to participate. If you want to be involved, you have to participate. You have to be involved. And I don't care what party. If Sowore goes to APC today, I will keep quiet. When he contests for presidency, I will support him. I don't care what ladder you climb to become the president of Nigeria or the governor.
Do you believe in anything like a third force in Nigeria happening? Do you foresee it happening?
I believe it. But who will form the third force?
And so if you don't see the people who will form it, then it doesn't.
I said I believe it, but who will form the third force? This one, the third force, they tried to fix last year that they couldn't fix nothing.
Yeah, it's frustrating when I think about it sometimes.
Until you and I are able to say, hey, Egbon Tokwe, Egbon Sowore, hey, Mogalu, Egbon this, Egbon that, mess up this time around. We don't want a repetition of that. Whatever we say here is binding. Everybody go get a registration for this party. Until we get to that stage where we can talk strictly to ourselves, and whoever we choose here, if you don't care, if you will not accept us here, please tell us now. And if you suspect that, sir, you will sign anybody that if I'm to be involved, if we are going to elect anybody, you will sign your letter of resignation the day we elect you to represent us. You will sign the letter of resignation and we'll make it public that you are resigning as the president, and we'll make sure that you don't have an idiot as the deputy.
I hope you are not talking about Prof.
We'll make sure you don't have an idiot as your deputy. We tell you, sir, one of the conditions for us to support your candidature is you must sign your letter of resignation, and we highlight 10 things that you must not do as the president. We highlight them for you. Any day you do this, we send your letter to the Senate, the House of Representatives. You already signed it. Your signature is there. We sign. Hey, the president has resigned. The president has resigned. We make copies so you cannot be chasing somebody, killing people. We make copies. We send your letter to the Senate and the House of Reps. We make it public on Punch. The president has resigned. Yeah, until we get to that stage, sir. Until we get to that stage, anybody that's becoming a president among us, will be ready to obey the youth. Not obey the youth. Everybody is in Nigeria. Will be ready to obey the masses. If you are not willing to obey the masses, oh boy, get it off.
Okay.
Until we get to that stage.
I will just have to keep quiet because there are questions that keep coming to my brain as you talk. But I know that
that's why people don't like talking to me. That's why people don't like talking to me.
No, that's why I like it actually. That's why I love it. I love it when you know, I may be a little bit biased, but I believe that Ekiti people are still very brilliant, you know, even though we have been going back small. As I've been saying that if I become a governor in Ekiti State, you know what will be the source of income? It is education. Every village would have a university in Ekiti, would have a model of a unity secondary school and a university. Okay, let's just say every local government. So people from the north, people from the south, everybody, even from Accra, from abroad, they'll be bringing their children. We will create a specific model, you know. But you know, we have audio PhD holders there now. They don't even know what they're. Anyway,
Sorry, Sam.
I'm thinking maybe we should close now because you've tried.
Yeah, I'm just attending a class right now. So,
okay.
We are good.
Yeah.
We are
so
good.
I want you to just give your final word and then let's shut it down for today.
So
thank you very much.
My final word would be that as the first thing we should think about is to think about you and your content. Are you complaining today because you are not able to, you don't have access to where they are sharing the money? You understand? There are people amidst us that they jump on the next sheet where they share 1,000 naira. People are so cheap, sir. People are so cheap. People are so cheap. They don't have conviction. People don't have conviction. And that is typical of a system where hunger rules. People don't want to be hungry. People don't want to be poor. People don't want to be enslaved. But there are people who now enjoy slavery because they don't have to work. They just go to one leader and collect 5,000 and go back home. 5,000 is good. But God has helped a couple of us. We are not rich, but we are not poor. We are not. We don't beg. We take care of our business. So by so doing, God has given us mouth, and we are able to say, okay, this is wrong. And when we say it is wrong, we say it in good faith, not to bring you down. You understand? We say it in good faith, not to give you down. What I do every day is to say, hey, God, whatever I will say today that would not edify my principles, don't let me say it. And when I criticize without hatred. People will say, hey, because you don't support Buhari, I don't, sir, I'm a deaf man when it comes to opinion and conviction. You will be able to convince me when I choose to listen to you. But a politician in Nigeria cannot convince me. I will not listen to you. I'll listen to comrades who are not cash TVists. No, there are comrades who are cash TVists, right? Give them the next 1 million naira, they start talking like idiots. Give them 1 million. I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. I hope you know that a lot of Nigerians now don't even want to hear anything like comrades. These current politicians, they have twisted the brains. They've twisted the brains of Nigerians such that Nigerians now hate, activists. I don't. Something is.
No. This is it. We all hate. If you take your baby to the hospital, the baby hates the doctor. Somebody that will apply a medication that will heal you, you will hate him. If you advise somebody that is always failing a class, say you need to sit up, it will hate you. Look, you understand? I hate my math teacher. And when I go to the university, I have to take statistics, and I wish I had listened. You understand? And now I wish I'd listened.
Okay, Haiti, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Paul.
Viewers, thank you for coming to stay with us all this while. With me is Itunu Akorede. Itunu Akorede is someone that I know way back, and he's waiting to be a chief in Dallas now. If there's anything like that.
I will. What's it?
All right, thank you so much, IT.
Okay, thanks so much, Paul. Enjoy your day, and thanks for having me.
Yeah. We'll be having you soon again. Thank you, viewers. Thank you. And for Oji who asked for that video, I will post it on this channel just any moment from now, so you can just check it out.